Listen to this. She conference and our annual harvest event at the... Not so good, right? Sidechain on the ICC. Hundreds of people traveled up to CRC Bloom and Pretoria to be part of our iconic dream. That's awesome, right? Stay tuned. I'm going to show you how I did it. I'm going to assume that you've already recorded a voiceover. It's already edited and you've already put in the necessary processing. You have a decent sounding voiceover. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. On another channel, you're going to have your background music. So let's just solo that. So I'm going to assume that on two different channels you have your voiceover track and you have background music. You want your voiceover to sit on top of the bed music, but without the bed music dying away too much. You can basically do this manually. So you could just literally just cut the pieces that you want brought down, levels, and then you bring down those levels like this. Matthew 6:33. Alright, you manually bring them down like that. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and that would work. That would actually do exactly what you needed to do. But me being the lazy person that I am, I would prefer if everything is done automatically. So how do we do that? Basically, you're going to put a compressor onto your background music channel. So here's my background music channel. And you can see I have a compressor. I've loaded just a standard compressor on here. Okay. Okay, let me just remove this. Here's what it sounds like at the moment. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things. So what I'm going to do now is load on the standard compressor that comes with Studio One. And this is what it looks like. Okay. So when you put the compressor on, this is what you're going to get. Shall be added to you. CRC Durban and Belito had an... It's still compressing the background music, but the voiceover is still not sticking out like the way you want it to stick out. Now we go to your voiceover track. Here's the voiceover track. You're going to come down here to where it says sends. You click on this little plus and you see sidechain. You will see sidechain pointing to where your compressor is sitting on your background music track. So you click on that. You're creating this sidechain so that every time the voiceover track plays, it sends a signal to this compressor here. Okay. And that compressor then is going to compress the background music according to what comes into it via your voiceover. It sounds a little more complicated than it actually is. So let's not stress too much about it. I'm just going to show you how it's done. So you'll click sidechain on that compressor. Now we're going to let it play. Now listen to what happens. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. CRC Durban. Now it's starting to sound a little better. The background music is starting to duck every time the voiceover hits. But what's happening is the background music is coming up too fast and it's sounding too jagged almost. I basically just touched the attack so that it catches all the words. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things. So you notice that it's more snappy now. And then I want the compressor to release the compression and take its time. Take a little bit of time doing it. I found that the release time of about 420, they're about 400 plus, releases it slow enough so that it's not noticeable when the music comes back up. So take a listen to this. Matthew 6:33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. CRC Durban and Belito had an explosive 2017. Pastor Glenn and Pastor Allison want to thank you for partnering with us in your giving to build God's house. CRC. So you notice that the music still comes up, but it comes up gradually. Well, I think in this case, the side gain is going to work best for my application. It turns up that voiceover quite nicely to sit quite nicely over the background music. Ministry, C3, Kuyasa, and niceness support because of your faithful giving over. And that's going to work exactly how I need it. That's basically sidechain compression with voiceovers and background music. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a question in the comments. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and I'll see you at the next one. Perfectly off center. We out.